what happens is I have it still set up on my digital gauge, and it read perfectly. And then I had to double check it. I wasn't sure my analog gauge was working very well, and I just proved it was. So the analog gauge worked fine. It doesn't show the incremental change the way a digital gauge does. So, you know, if I had a choice between the two now, I would have never bought the analog gauge. I would have just bought the digital gauge because you can see literally the increments in between. And here you can only get so many, you can only see so much between the lines, okay? But with the digital gauge, you can see the whole thing. So if I had to do it over again, I would have only gotten the one for this test anyway. Of course, it's always nice to have a gauge, but for this test, pressure gauge test, there's no doubt I would have just used the digital. But anyway, what I want to show you next is when you're releasing the nitrogen from your pressure test, go super slow. Because what you're trying to do is you're going to dry it out so then you can add your vacuum, you can do your vacuuming. Okay, and so you want a system that's completely dry to help draw a deep vacuum. Okay, so if you go fast, you could freeze up or screw up some of your joints and everything that's inside here. It looks a lot like a, I don't know what the hell it's called. Anyway, it's you've seen them go up and down all around. Well, that's what happens here in this system. If you could look in here and see all the different tubes are going in and out and all around. And so you want to go really slow to dry out the system, not to cause problems and help actually freeze up. So go really slow. Like about that, okay? Just real slow. And you can see your gauge here. You want to go real slow like that, okay? Don't go fast in this thing. Let it dry out. Let the nitrogen you have in there actually work for you, not just for the pressure test, but for drying out your system before you do a deep vacuum, okay? Okay, that's all left for this video. I'll go ahead and show you the deep vacuum here in a minute.